What's up guys, Guggen Barbecue back, and today we're going to be cooking some St. Louis style ribs. And I'm going to be using a recipe by Jess Pryles. She has this really cool rib recipe where you use big red soda to make a nice barbecue sauce to glaze on at the end. So I got the pit up to temperature, I've got the rub on the ribs. We're going to get these on the pit. I'll show you my entire process for cooking ribs on the offset smoker. So stay tuned, and if you guys like my videos, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out. We're gonna throw these on. So my process is I do 2 hours on the smoke, then I wrap them up in aluminum foil and do an additional 2 hours. And then I'll open up that aluminum wrap and we'll brush on that big red soda sauce that we're gonna create together. As always, we're putting the thickest part towards the fire. And I've actually got 2 racks of ribs here today. So we'll get both of those on here. And I always bunch them up just a little bit. The way you lay them down is the way they're gonna cook. So if you wanna straighten them up a little bit, we're not doing a competition or anything like that, so it doesn't matter too much, but just for presentation reasons, I always kind of try to straighten them up and push them together a little bit. So it's been about an hour, hour and a half, and we're gonna spritz the meat. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I like to use pickle juice. It's a tip I picked up by watching some videos on how Aaron Franklin does his barbecue. So I'm gonna give them a little spritz because they are getting a little dry. Let's take a look at them. And just by spritzing, you do help promote bark a little bit. You don't wanna douse them or get them too wet, but you just wanna make sure that you keep them moist throughout the cook process while they're on the smoke. So once we get to the point where it's been about 2 hours, I'm gonna wrap these up in aluminum foil, and I'm going to use the Johnny Trigg method. So the first thing we're gonna do, cut up, 4 pieces of butter, and then I'm gonna spread out some sugar, some honey, and some tiger sauce. And then we'll put our slab of rib on there, and then we'll do the same thing on the top, wrap them up tightly, and get them on the smoker. So in the description below, I'm going to put a link to Jess Pryles' website with this recipe for the big red soda glaze. But I'm going to outline how to do it. So to start out, what we want to do is take a 20 fluid ounce bottle of big red soda, and we want to reduce it in size by 6 times. So I'm going to put it in this big skillet, and we're going to pour it in there. And we don't want to boil this. It just wants to be on a low simmer, medium low heat on the burner. While our soda is reducing down, I'm going to prepare the other saucepan with all the other ingredients. So I kind of have them laid out here, everything that we're going to need except for the brown sugar, which is out of picture. So to start off, we're going to do 1 cup of ketchup, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, half a cup of apple cider vinegar, half a cup of water, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, half a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 2 tablespoons of cherry jam. So we'll stir that up, and then once our big red soda has reduced, we'll mix the 2 together, and then we'll be ready for our glaze. And you can see that deep red color from that syrup. It's really going to put a nice red color on our ribs. So we'll combine these together, and then once the ribs are ready, we're going to glaze them up. Look at that color. These are going to be absolutely unbelievable. I mean, straight mahogany red color. And you just want to paint these on and make them nice, like you're painting a car. You want the clear coat to look like just like your car. You don't want any brush marks or anything like that. So if that doesn't look good, guys, I don't know what does. Look at the ribs. Look at the bones pulling out of there. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. All right, so about 15 minutes more, and then we'll pull these off, let them rest, and slice them up. So it's finally time to dig into our ribs. And we're gonna do a taste test. So it was a little bit of work to get that glaze with the big red soda reduced and mixed in with the other ingredients. And we're gonna see if it's really worth doing. So let's cut these up and put them to the test. Guys, look at that juice. Look at that smoke ring. I know it's a little bright in here, but you can just see the juice dripping off of this. Bone isn't falling off. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna give this a taste test. I'm gonna let you guys know if this is worth it. So we'll see, Just Prowls. We will see. Oh my gosh. Look at that bite. It's almost to the point where it's fall off the bone. Not quite there. I mean, there's barely any resistance when you eat. There's barely any resistance when you bite, but it doesn't pull off the bone completely free like overdone ribs. These are absolutely perfect. The glaze on it, I'm telling you guys, it was a little bit of work, but it was totally worth it. If you have a free afternoon and while the ribs are on the smoker, I totally recommend making this recipe just to try it out. It's got the perfect amount of spice, a little bit of heat from that cayenne pepper, and that flavor you get from the big red soda is something I haven't had with any other glazes or barbecue sauces that I put on any of my ribs. So I would definitely add this to your list of something to try just for fun. And you never know, you may love it and this may be the only way you ever make ribs again. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it. And if you guys liked it, please like the video, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.